Have you ever planned a trip for months, only to find that your actual experience was different than what you imagined? I mean, you could become sick while traveling and find it difficult to explore. Or climbing the mountain that brought you here could turn into a burden. But only when you start to romanticize every sunrise and sunset. The food, the colors, and the sounds, you realize your actual experience was much more than you could have bargained for. And if you find that experience, it lasts forever.
Today we are in Asila, a small fishing town in northwest Morocco. And right now we're getting ready to explore the Medina. The Medina was built by Arab Muslims between the 8th and the 10th century. The town was also ruled by the Portuguese and the Spaniards until the Moroccans took control over the town again in the 17th century. So now that we've walked around, can you tell us a little bit more? What is a Medina, Sam?
Yeah, a Medina is a walled section of the old part of town, and it is characterized by maze-like narrow streets like the ones that you can appreciate right in this corner. It's a pretty amazing place.
The moment we arrived in Asila, we were greeted by gentle rain that, overnight, turned into a strong rainstorm. But even as the violent weather persisted through the next day, we continued to explore the Medina. During our second night in Asila, the World Cup was happening in Qatar, and coincidentally, Morocco was still in it and would face France during the semifinals. So the entire town was prepared to watch the soccer match. My sister Jemima and I joined the Moroccans at a local cafe and obviously cheered for the Moroccan team.
We just started the second half of the game. Morocco versus France. Current score 0-1, but the Moroccans are still hopeful they can win. How was the game, Jemima?
Intense. Check over there.
What's going on?
Go find out. Go. Querido, ¿cómo te la estás pasando ahora?
It was fun watching the game. Unfortunately, Morocco lost to France 0-2. Things got a little bit out of hand. The crowd broke into a little bit of a fight, but this is the aftermath.
Once the soccer game ended, we headed back to the hotel where, before calling it a night, Jemima sang happy birthday to me.
Dear brother, happy birthday to you.
The following day we drove to Chefchaouen, or Chaouen for short, and woke up to the Islamic call to prayer in the background of birds chirping and roosters crowing.
We arrived in Chaouen last night, and although we have seen a lot of rain since arriving in Morocco, the locals are pretty excited to see some rain since they haven't seen any in the past 2 years.
Chaouen is known as the blue pearl of Morocco because just about everything is blue. The reason is unclear, but some believe that blue symbolizes heaven, while others say that blue keeps the mosquitoes away. Either way, strolling through Chaouen allowed us to see a different face of Morocco.
We left Chaouen this morning as well as the rain behind. Now we are on our way to Fez, where we're meeting a former Moroccan high school teacher.
In 2001, I met Aziza in high school, where she taught me English as a second language. When I told Aziza that I would be traveling to Morocco, she told me that she would also be visiting her home country and kindly invited us over. When we arrived to Aziza's home, her older sister was already cooking a tagine to share with us, but Aziza also showed us how to prepare one from scratch. A tagine is a slowly simmered stew-like dish, generally consisting of protein, vegetables, and exotic spices. In short, a tagine to Moroccans is like poutine to Canadians or tacos to Mexicans. You get the point, right?
Couscous is a North African dish and it's always hot, so with hot vegetables. These are raisins.
Okay.
So you have to taste and tell me what you guys think.
That night we feasted on local delicacies and felt treated like family. So, shukran, Aziza. The next morning, we got up, packed our bags, said our goodbyes, and off we went.
To Marsuga. That behind me that you can see is the High Atlas, the highest mountains here in North Africa, and we're headed to the Sahara.